Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stadia Party Chat Podcast, episode 8. Yes, we've made it. I'm here with my co host, Sebastian. Hello, Sebastian.
Hey Ricardo, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And I'm Ricardo. And here we have our episode about Stadia. So here we talk about Stadia rumors, we talk about the Stadia news, we talk about what's going on in the world of Google Cloud gaming and everything involved, what we're playing, and just basic chat around it. So today I'm going to jump into what we've been playing at the top of our episode, like we typically do. So, Sebastian, what have you been playing this week? I'm sure it's a lot of
Um,
Destiny 2.
yes, a lot of Destiny 2, grinding a Solstice armor. Um, yeah, so I was able to finish my Hunter, my Warlock, my Hunter. Now I'm grinding my Titan, and it's almost done because I did the Majestic armor completely, so I don't need to redo it for all the characters. So it's so easy after you done like one. I feel like I at the third one, like when they say like, oh, you need to do a public event 3 times, it's like only 1 time instead. So it just make things easier. Like yesterday, I finished my Hunter and then I jumped on my Titan and was like so quickly done to do the blue armor and switch to purple. So yeah, did a lot of that. Did some GM grinding. It's pretty much that. What about yourself, Ricardo?
Oh, well, this week, I definitely was hit hard with the ensemble's refrain. Many hours were poured into the boss face of Atheon, and on top of doing the Oracle challenge, rotating members inside the past and the future, and then absolutely nailing down the DPS to finish off Atheon. So I actually have a video up on the channel. You can see the Salvation's Fire team get through this challenge. The video may be only 12 minutes long, but trust me, it took many attempts to get that 12 minutes on film. But very difficult, lots of fun. And guess what? Because Sebastian wasn't there, we're going to have to do it all over again today. So
Exactly.
that should be fun. I was able to pick up a couple really cool corrective measures. I got a Firefly dynamic sway reduction, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Mhm.
Um, all in all, like that challenge is incredibly difficult. Oh, thank you, Hannah.
Getting your tea?
Ah, Randall. She's trying to pass me tea right now. Thank you. Yeah, so running through Atheon was a definite challenge this week. It had me occupied trying to get that done. We eventually got through it, so that's good. Then moving on from that, we had the weekly GM, we had the inverted spire. That is an extremely farmable GM, especially
Mhm.
with the raids you have or the mods you have this season going to unstoppable GLs. Um, I mean, it just allows you to have blinding grenades, anarchy, and then a very
Mhm.
powerful scout rifle, and you can just walk right through that strike pretty much. I mean, what did you think of that strike? I mean, night and day from Glassway.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like last season Inverted Spire was a little bit harder. I don't know if it's me. Maybe because we did it with like some people that knew what they were doing. No, I don't know. I found it was quite easy this time. Maybe my light level is like way higher, so it's like easier. But yeah, it's just I felt like I breezed through it. So it's just like when you get to that point where you had the drill and you had to drop down, having that trick that Tuba show us, I was like easy, right? Just send one person, turn on the switch, let that person sacrifice themselves, and then you wait for the ads to disappear, and you don't lose your platinum rewards. So that's that's like making things easier, right? So Other than that, like yeah, I feel like we learning easily where the ads are or what kind of ads is there, and it just yeah, it breeze through it. And then you want to get a damage like super, so you can do as much damage on the boss at the end, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then you get your hung jury, and everybody I played with was hoping for that explosive payload.
Yeah, I didn't get one. I think you did get one, right? Yes, you did.
Yeah, I got one.
I didn't get any good roll. I got like a more PvE roll on mine with Wellspring and Subsistence, but yeah, I'll be ready to farm some more GM just to get that god roll, right?
Yeah, there's today and tomorrow. Still
Exactly.
time to get that explosive payload hung jury. And oh my gosh, a night. And so I was used to hitting, so I would hit crits with my hung jury before explosive payload, and I'm getting like 13, 1600 damage.
hmm
Explosive payload, you get 2600 plus the explosive, which is like another thousand something. It's
Yeah, it's
just,
crazy.
oh, why? Why is it that much different? It's like three, four times the damage on this thing.
It's just like that perk is just a PvP, but like even in PvE, it's amazing, right? I have it on my on some other guns. What's the other scout rifle kinetic there?
Night
From
Watch.
yeah, Night Watch. I have that one, and like every time I use it, it's just like it's just so amazing, right? I have it on the other gun too, and then like yeah, it's one of the perk I really like, either on PvP or PvE. Is just like amazing, right? So.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
hmm
Well, cool, cool. Moving on, a couple games I wanted to try this week. Um, the Street Soccer Football Kicks, the game that came out in early July, the top of July. So I wanted to get a stream out. Look out for the video. Will be coming to our channel where I sort of go over my experience in the game. Um, I mean. If you're into that world of doing tricks and soccer, I'm sure it's really cool. I mean, for myself, it seemed more of like a rhythm game with a soccer overlay on top of it. Especially the freestyle aspect where you're just hitting the buttons according to the beat. And then you transition to some sort of knock things over game where you pick the trajectory of the ball and then your power. It's almost like a golf game at that point. And then you switch to it's like a bunch of different mini games that you can pick. And the characters, I thought I would be able to customize and create my own character off the bat. No, that's not the case. You have a roster you got to choose from. So that's where your character selection comes from. You do have a host, a French soccer player. I'm sorry, his name is eluding me and I don't have it in the show notes, but he seems to walk you through his life and his story in the beginning. So, I mean, that was a pretty exciting part for me. I got to hear all about what happened to him as he was trying to get into the major leagues. He hit injuries and he sort of found himself now playing street soccer and learning these different tricks to put into techniques and teaching to young players to help them perform better. I mean, that was part of the most interesting part of the game that I found myself in. And then you have the 1v1, and you can set that anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3v3. I mean, that part, the arena is so small, and the tricks don't really add any value to the goals. So they say it's good to do tricks, but there's no real like incentive to do it. So literally, you can just like pass on a triangle and score every time. So I mean, I don't know where they were going 100% with this game. I don't know if it's the first or like there's multiple in the series. I have my reservations. I'm happy it's on Pro, but I'm not sure I'll be jumping back into it. Um, but yeah, that's my perspective on that guy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of soccer or football, so I don't. I don't know, it didn't attract me. And from like what you told me, I was like, oh, okay, at least you try it. We have an idea what it is. So yeah. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. And then I jumped into the Dark Side Detective. Okay, so this is a point and click game. And I had gone into this thinking, okay, well, this is going to be pretty uninteresting. And boom, okay, the music and the soundtrack is phenomenal in Dark Side Detective. It draws you right in. And the story, you have your detective and you got a bunch of different files on your desk and you just go through each one. So each story is sort of a closed experience, which I find pretty cool. um and I like that compartmentalization. You can sort of solve one, put it away, and pick it up again whenever you want it. You're going through, you're investigating, you're simply just sort of clicking and pointing and reading. That's essentially what's going on. But you start gathering things, you start using tape or buttons in different rooms against different things, and boom, all of a sudden, this door to another dimension has opened up. And you're traveling through a different dimension. And I'm like, what is happening right now? How is this game drawing me in so much? So, if you want to see where you end up going through that dimension, I definitely recommend jumping into Dark Side Detective and finding out for yourself.
that's
The
funny.
the point and click aspect of it I thought would be a big barrier, but it actually just works well if you're playing on your phone or you're out somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Were,
pretty cool. Pretty
were you
cool.
playing with a controller for that? Or
Yeah, I
like
was
your, yeah?
yeah, I was playing with a controller.
Okay, so like the point and click is just like that circle, like similar to on Destiny, or it's like just like a cursor or something.
Yeah, it's literally a cursor.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's sort of like a, I guess your joystick is like a mouse
Mm-hmm.
overlay. Um, yeah, and that's how they do it. And so
That's
I
good.
assume on the phone you would just sort of thumb the tab stick or whatever, the left joystick, and that would be your mouse.
Yeah, they should make it so you can touch screen, you know.
I
Uh,
know.
So hopefully they're gonna update the Stadia app on your phone so you can do touchscreen. I know you can have the virtual button, but like it's not the same like you say for that game to be able to tap or swipe or something like that.
Yeah, like Reigns, you want to be able to swipe, but you can't really swipe on the Google Stadia. But what
Mm.
game actually I did pick up the phone and play for a little bit, and I did two public events this way was Destiny 2. I I just made sure to have the Wither Horde because you don't need the best aiming with that thing,
Yeah.
and I was able to do it on my phone. So that was a little bit of fun.
That's funny. You cannot, though you cannot move and shoot at the same time. Or no, I guess you can shoot. Because I'm thinking you play with your thumb, right? So
Yeah,
you can only press one button at a time, where on the controller you can use your finger and stuff like that. So yeah, that's interesting. I guess you couldn't aim. You could aim and shoot, but you couldn't move at the same time, right?
exactly. I mean, you'd have to stand still
Yeah.
and go to the shoot button. Or even the super was interesting because I'd have to like make sure I'm in the right position and then press the super button or the two
Uh,
R1 L1.
yeah, that's funny. Oh my God. Good try though.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let's jump into the TWAB this week and see what the people at Bungie are telling us.
Yeah, the TWAB. So it was a little bit of a short TWAB, but a lot of hype for season 15, which is good. They're like talking that we're continuing the Solstice of Heroes, and then like yeah. So at this point, they're like moving towards season 15. So Vanguard Strike, you're gonna lose all your coin for that, the token. So make sure you use them all before the end of the season. They're gonna move into a reputation system similar to Gambit and Crucible. So like this, everything's gonna be the same. They're gonna do some change into the what do you call it, like the streak. So let's say you play Crucible and then like your win streak, you get bonus for your reputation. Well, now they're gonna change it. It's gonna be a activity streak, if that makes sense. So the number of activity you're doing in a row, you're gonna get bonus basically. So a person that's gonna play Crucible losing, he's gonna gain the same amount of reputation as a winning team. So it's kind of weird. The Vanguard strike, it's going to be based on activity, and we're going to see more seasonal thing happening for that, like for reputation or anything like that. So it should look pretty good. So the the other thing going to change is the Infamy and Valor is going to be retired. So Infamy is for the Gambit and Valor is for Crucible. So they're going to retire that, but they're going to continue keeping the Glory rank for like survival, so or like the competitive like gameplay. Um, and they're gonna introduce a trial rank in season 15. So I'll be interested to see what's that exactly. Is it gonna be like a reputation system also, or it's gonna be more like if following your skill level? So I'm not exactly sure about that, but yeah, can't wait to see that. Um, they yeah, so they putting a lot of information about the just the ranking system for all three in there, um, like similar to what I just talked about. And they're looking into more detail about the Vanguard rank. So the activity, including Battleground, is going to give you some like ranking into your reputation. So that's good. They're adding the Battleground. So I'm wondering. So they put Battleground in there. So in season 15, Battleground's gonna stay there. So when they gonna retire the seasonal activity then? That's like a interesting part. Maybe like season 15 is gonna be the last season for Battleground, and after that they're gonna remove it.
Yeah,
Because I
with
think they keeping the seasonal just for the year, right? So
with the new story and the new Witch Queen DLC, they'll wipe the overrides and the hunts as well, the Wraithborn hunts,
mhm,
as well as battlegrounds. But I'm reading here that what they're doing is they're tying in the seasonal weapon pursuits into the ranking systems.
yeah.
So things like the skins that you got for the salvo will be roped into infamy and that
Mhm.
rank now. So that's an interesting way to do it for sure. I'm sure there'll be like a trial skin as well in the ranking system. So
Mhm.
you'll have to go through and get, I want the trial skin. Yeah, cool to
That,
see that system. I think they just started that new ranking system last season,
mhm.
so hopefully now this being the second season, they'll add some things, they'll change and make it a little bit better.
Yeah, and in regards to Nightfall, they like at the end of the Nightfall, depending if you kill all the barrier or kill all the champion, so they're gonna add that system of like bronze, silver, gold, platinum medal, and that's gonna link up with your reward you're getting if you're getting like just shard or like prism or anything like that. So um, I I guess they're already doing that, but like it's more a random roll. I found like if you do let's say grandmaster and you got more chance to get a golf ball, where like if you do just a normal strike you're gonna get more like just like some, is it shard or like you know
The
you're gonna get
prisms.
less, yeah, the prism. So yeah, so I'm happy they're gonna move it like this. So like if you kill all, like I don't know how they're gonna do it if like, because adept you don't get any champions, so you're gonna have automatically to go to hero on higher up. And if you get all the champion, then you most likely gonna get a golf ball. I guess with the difficulty again, it's gonna be for sure getting that. So that's an interesting way. Activity streak, I already mentioned about that. The ritual weapon, we talked about this. The Grandmaster and Conqueror Guild, so the system is still the same. I think I like the fact that the only added 10 power for the season. power light level to chase. So basically, like that, it's gonna be quicker, so you can jump on the Grandmaster earlier. The other thing they added is that if you miss a Grandmaster, you're gonna have access to the older grandmaster right away. So like this, you can like
Oh,
grind
thank
for them.
God.
Yeah, so that's gonna be good. So you don't need to wait until let's say the one that you need, or wait until the end to be able to access them all. So it's gonna be interesting that we can like go back, not go back, but like do them early if you miss like the first week, let's say, and then that second week you're gonna be able to do the one from last week, so you can like go and get your title. So that's a good change, I think.
Yeah, because you
um
only get that title for the last 3 weeks if you do it every week.
mm-hmm,
And
exactly.
and then boom, it goes away and you're back to purple. I mean, there's no point in putting on the Conqueror one. Like it doesn't say gilded at all. Like they should have something to show you.
Yeah, it's same with the Gambit Guild, that like you can almost get it the first day of the new season. So why not you can do the same thing for the Grandmaster? So really, it's gonna give advantage to people that grind very quickly to get their light level higher and just jump on the Grandmaster. So
If you get Dredgen gilded the first day, you are insane. How much Gambit are you like you have to win
y-
50 games.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
10 minutes a game. That's 500 minutes. On top of
Yeah.
that, you would have to get your infamy rank all the way up. Oh my god.
I guess it's doable, but I would say more in the first week than like
Yeah.
first day. Because, yeah, like I said, that's a lot of gambit. You get tired of it. You're probably gonna get like nobody playing. All
Wow.
right, moving on. They're talking about the Bungie Foundation they had. I think you have until the 28th of July to redeem some of the code. But you have until the 20th of July to if you want to donate. So if you donated a certain amount, you get different things, so emblem or like the emote ghost shell. So yeah, it's pretty good. There's also a little video of one of the community person for Destiny. She worked in a community team, so Nicole Olson, and does a dramatic reading of the to the witch queen. So pretty interesting to listen to if you like the lore. Um, the other thing they mentioned, I like the fact they mentioned that on the TWAB now. I don't know if they did that all the time, but the Prime reward, if you have Twitch Prime, you can like get your rewards. So it's the Telesto, no, Merciless. Sorry, Merciless with you got an ornament, a ship, and a sparrow. So yeah, you can get those. And then at the end they just talking about some of the issues. Um, yeah, they got to fix with the solstice. So I didn't see that many issue, but yeah, I guess like some people don't get the consumable, like they don't get as much equipment. I still haven't like farm foot. I think I have like 50 of those package, so I need to look and see if I can get one of those shotgun. I think you get a 50% chance to get a shotgun every time you like open a package. So, but you want to wait until you're magnificent or like, the max level for your armor before you do that.
And
So
you
like
want
this,
to you want to finish all three characters first for the best chance of different roles if I
mhm.
understand the system correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you can get the armor too. Like I think is my hunter. The armor, the Solstice armor I had, I just deleted them all. Like I think we talked about this yesterday, because like mine was like all in the 50s, and it's like terrible roll. Like, okay, thanks Bungie. Where if I look at my Titan, at least I got some 61 roll, and it didn't not that good anyway. But yeah, so that's gonna be the way to grind for the armor. It's gonna be with the package. So a lot of EAZ if you're looking to grind for that. Also, they talk about a few known issue. There's a couple of videos. So, movie of the week, an interesting video about this guy using the Mask of Barbaris after the stasis was nerfed, and he's still like destroying everything. Like even though stasis was nerfed, it's still like very good. Maybe not as powerful, but like it's still very good. I've used stasis, I think, with just in PvP and PvE, sorry, and yeah, it was great. So where this guy is showing in the PvP side of things. So yeah, have a look. It's pretty interesting. And there's also another clan that's like providing a clan video, so pretty good. And some artists of the month. So yeah, that's pretty much it. They remind everybody that on the 24th of August, there's going to be that update we're going to receive. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping that there's going to be a community event also to get yeah, just like they did that a couple seasons ago, and I really like the community event. I don't know why they haven't done one for a really long time. It's really just the activity you complete, and as soon you complete it, it's like you get like a cinematic scene, and that's pretty much it. So they should go back into making a community event and get like everybody in the tower or something like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, usually they do that at like the beginning and end of seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but like the last few seasons just been a cinematic after you complete the activity. So it's like, or even this season with the splicer,
Yeah,
there's no cinematic right now. So I'm hoping to see something else coming up. So yeah.
there's just a very buggy Kira encounter. I mean, for at least
Oh my
myself,
God. Yes, it
I've
is. Yeah.
glitched out twice on a solo flawless run, and I threw my hands up in the air, and I haven't gone back.
Yeah, the only time I was able to complete it was with my Titan, and it's because you were with me. I glitched out and I was able to get back in the game.
Yeah.
And it's not Stadia, it's the game itself kicking you out, and I was able to jump back in and finish it. Then I try with my Warlock and my Hunter. Now, every time I was like Curia, like killing her, I was glitching out. The game was just shutting down. But I did it with my Hunter this week, and I think they fixed it. So it's
Okay, maybe
good.
I should try
So
again.
yeah, so I can farm for the flawless there.
Get that ghost. That and you know who had that ghost? Poppy D had that ghost. And I'm like, what? I'm so jealous.
Did he complete it like
Solo
recently?
flawless. Yeah. Well, it
Oh,
was like
okay.
the first week he did it.
Oh, oh really?
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't glitch out then.
He got lucky over there in the UK, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Wicked. Let's jump into some news this week. We have coming out of the Stadia community blog, FIFA 22 now available for pre-order on Stadia. So this is pretty cool. You can pre-order the game. It's coming out October 1st. I have written down here. Or is it September 1st? One of the first, either September or October. And this includes hyper motion technology. Hypermotion technology we touched on briefly last episode, but I just want to let people know more about it and basically how cool this technology is going to be when it's implemented on Stadia. So here we have the description from the press release here, and maybe Sebastian in the background, you can confirm for me FIFA 22's release date.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thanks. So, hyper technology enabled the integration of the first ever motion capture of 22 professional football players playing at high intensity. So, they threw these dots on all of the football players and they just had them go out, cameras everywhere on this field. I mean, it must have been an insane operation. And yes, we have the confirmation. It is October 1st. So, thank you. Additionally, EA's proprietary machine learning algorithm, aka Skynet, so be careful, learns from more than 8.7 million frames of advanced match capture. So insane operation. I mean, everybody playing FIFA, you must have put so much money into these pay cards because they were able to afford the most craziest camera motion sensor setup. Um, this writes new animations in real time to create organic football movements across a variety of interactions on the pitch. So no moves are going to be the same. I mean, you're constantly evolving your players' techniques. The movements are going to be changing game from game. I mean, the staleness that maybe I find with sports games, and not everybody else, they may be bigger sports heads, but this may start to go away. I mean, with all this uniqueness coming in, and every game's going to be so different, whether it's a shot, a pass, a cross, hypermotion is going to transform how players move on and off the ball, is what they're saying. So this is a whole new dimension they're introducing to sports games, and you get a front row seat on Stadia and you don't have to download anything. They harbor all that AI technology over in their servers, so it's not even coming onto your systems, which is another big thing. I mean, you don't want to go intentionally downloading Skynet onto your home hardware. So this is a pretty cool development, and I look forward to seeing it implemented and seeing people really try it and see how easy it is to operate on Stadia when people's PS5s or Xbox Series X may be heating up a little bit trying to run this Skynet technology. Sorry, hypermotion. I can't rename this. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to hearing all the news articles afterwards. I just thought I wanted to jump into a little bit more and tell people what this hypermotion was.
Yeah, and you can watch a video from FIFA 22 and they show like basically part of it, how they did it. It's quite interesting because the eye promotion is like all it is, it's like the sensor on the body. They wear that suit and then there's like those sensor that the camera will pick up the movements, stuff like that. But usually they use a green background for that, where in this case they just go in the football field, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because I think technology is starting to evolve even more, and they're able just
Hmm.
to pinpoint the dots on the motion. So yeah, I mean, I look forward to it. I'm happy that it's coming to Stadia.
Yeah.
And everybody on PC is now crying and saying, "Why not me?" But
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a big move for EA to do that. I guess afterwards it's gonna be like knowing if like they're able to get a lot of sell from that. Maybe who knows? Maybe from there they EA is gonna like introduce more game to Stadia. Like I want to see Battlefield, the new Battlefield, like because it's gonna be crossplay. So they announced that Battlefield's gonna be crossplay. So that will be a huge thing for Stadia. Like just put Battlefield in there, and we're gonna be able to use like 124 people in the freaking map. Yeah, let's go EA. Give us some Battlefield.
what's something I'm going to be interested in seeing is how large FIFA 22 file will be. I mean, if PC
Hmm.
can't handle this file, I mean, are we seeing something bigger than Call of Duty because of this hypermotion
Well,
technology?
maybe, but I think the main issue with that iPromotion is the processing power, and I think that's why they only gonna release it to the IN or the next gen like consoles, so Xbox and PlayStation 5 and Stadia, where like for PC the issue is that they couldn't give that eye promotion because of the depending on the processing power. Not everybody has like a powerful gaming PC, and that's the direction they were going. So people's gonna still be able to buy FIFA 22, but they're not gonna have that eye promotion. So
Right. I mean, why even get the game?
yeah.
Streets of Rage 4 on Stadia now at 24.99 USD. So I assume that's probably around $30 Canadian.
Hmm.
Uh, Originally released on April 20th, 2020 on all other platforms, and we now get it to Stadia. So yeah, a little description here about the game. Amongst the beat 'em up series ever created, jammin' 90s beats, which gets me hooked, and over the top street beating. The iconic series Street of Rage comes back with a masterful tribute to revitalization of the classic action fans adore. I mean, when I saw this video, it looked like um Street Fighter combined with Ninja Turtles Lost in Time. You got your fire uppercuts, your big kicks, your super power moves. So yeah, and it's coming to Stadia with new color palettes, a new character, a new training mode, plus a new difficulty. So if you've tried the game before and you like it, here's a way to pop into it and get some new stuff without downloading it again. And if you want to beat them up, very colorful game. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm on the fence myself. Maybe I'll wait for one of these Stadia massive sales that they seem to be having every week all the time.
Or it's
But
probably gonna come on Stadia Pro.
oh yeah, that's only if I get it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool game. I love to see, just keep bringing out new games, new genres. I mean, we do have Scott Pilgrim Saves the Universe or Worlds, but yeah, this is just another side scroll beat 'em up. So good to
Yeah,
see.
the graphic, the art style, it looks pretty good too. Like, it's all like drawing, a mix of drawing or like the type of drawing it's using.
Hand drawn. Yeah.
Hand draw, yeah. So it's like quite interesting. Like it looks like pretty nice to play, you know. It's not like a 8-bit like format. I think you can have that skin over, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when it has a good soundtrack too, which they're saying it does, I mean that draws me and it makes it so much more exciting. For
Yeah.
instance, when Atheon, when you get him under half, going back to Destiny 2, and that like deep music comes in, it's like doom, and you're like, oh, now it's on. Now you're going down, Atheon.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is really cool. Or in the Destiny Strike, when they introduce like the heavy death metal at the end of the
Uh,
what's it
what
called?
it's the one in
Not
yeah.
Fallen Saber. It's Cosmodrome, right?
Yeah, and on the Cosmodrome, yeah, that, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's like,
So cool. Like, why isn't that in every strike, every raid? Just like give me that, and like so cool, so
I
cool.
think it's like from the Destiny 1 too. So yeah,
Yeah.
they should reintroduce that.
Well, moving on to other games on the Stadia roster, we have Marvel's Avengers in the Stadia store, and it's hitting up another sale. They're asking people to buy Marvel's Avengers, please. Please buy the game. I've gone through it. I've beat the story mode. The story mode is cool, absolutely. It's for a single player experience. Um, you know, it goes through it. It gets you the experience you want to have assembling the Avengers. You may not be the best super character that you want to be, starting off as Miss Marvel, but you eventually get to be all the other guys. They're trying to turn this into a live service game. I feel like it just needs more content, more enemy types, more different gameplay modes. Right now, it's just kind of like replay parts of the story or like fight all of these robots with button mashing and then
Mm.
fight them some more with button mashing. And it's just like, I'm not sure what the game needs, but obviously other people feel the same way I do. It seems to be the butt end of some jokes when people look up the population and it dips under 1,000, or sometimes I've seen it at like 300 people on Steam. Um, but yeah, if you want a single player experience, you love the Avengers, it's cool to go through.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's new
Yeah,
DLC coming out too, right?
Yeah, so I played the Cosmic Cube event. That's a precursor to the War for Wakanda, which is going to bring in Black Panther and a brand new biodome. Should be some new enemy types and new gameplay mechanics. So I do not know if it is a free DLC or if you have to pay for it. We'll look up for the next episode. But if you have to pay for this DLC, I mean, there's no way I'm going to get into that.
Yeah, that's just it. I think they're gonna have to make it free for having more people to join.
I mean, if it's on sale again, like why not? But yeah, the Cosmic Cube event, essentially there was just a cosmic energy to every attack that you did, which is like a power that you can obtain through different armor. So I mean that's all right, I guess. It just kind of added like a little extra flair, but yeah. I mean, sure, add some little sparky things to the end of my attacks and call it an event.
Mhm.
But then yeah, so I look forward to new DLC. If it's free, I'll definitely jump in and give it a try. It's been a while since I've gone into Avengers, and the last two DLC packs for Hawkeye and the girl bow. Yeah, that's another mistake Square Enix did. They brought in two new characters so far to the game. Both of them are archers. Out of all the Avengers, you're going to bring in two new characters and you're going to start with two archers. Like, first DLC, archer. Second DLC, another archer. Like, what? What?
There's so many choice of like Avenger you can
So many
use.
cool choices. So many cool choices. And we get two archers, which nobody's really Kate Bishop. Do you know Kate Bishop off my hand? Like, are you big in the Marvel universe?
No, I don't know Kate Bishop.
Right.
I know like some of the main character from like the comics and also from the movies, but yeah.
And then you know Hawkeye, like
Yeah.
nobody's Hawkeye, cool, sure, bring him in, but don't bring in like a Kate Bishop. I don't know. They had a lot of other choices, but yeah,
I guess they bring them first and to see what's gonna happen. I don't
like
know.
give me Ant-Man or something else. I don't know, but cool, cool. Keep chugging along. I hope Square Enix can pick it up because they're striking out at the plate here with Outriders and then Marvel's Avengers, and then they're gonna push out Guardians of the Galaxy, which I am terrified for.
Mm.
So we'll see how that game performs. I know that there's different studios doing different games, but maybe they should have worked together on one game, got it right, and then moved on to the next game. But
Yeah.
I'm not ahead at Square Enix, so yeah, they'll
Yeah.
do their thing.
It make me think Activision with Call of Duty. So you have Modern Warfare. It's by Infinity Ward, and um, the Black Ops is another like studio within Activision. But like they merge the two game together, like so like that's one thing my wife like is that she can play Warzone, play like either or also because it's all within kind of one game. But some feature that are on Modern Warfare they're not on Black Ops, and then they releasing it like a new thing, and they're like, oh look, now you can do this, you can like save your loadout where like you could do it in the other one. It's like the two studio making their own game, but they don't even talk to each other. They like not like transferring the feature. So maybe it's gonna be something like that, right? So
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we don't see that out of Resident Evil with their new PvP, but
yeah.
we'll get to that later. So, if you're a Stadia Pro member and for some reason you did not claim Orcs Must Die 3, it's your last chance. So, oh, sorry, it's too late. It's too late. The story is old.
July
Wednesday,
14th.
July 14th was the last day. So, sorry if you didn't grab it. But yeah, Orcs Must Die 3. It's we've talked about it previously. It's
Yeah.
it's it's all right.
Yeah, we
Tower
played
defense.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they introduced Stream Connect and stuff, so they got a lot of the Stadia features.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And
cool.
they introducing more DLC attached to it.
Yeah, we went over
Yeah.
that previously in
Yeah.
an episode. So, I mean, there may be some cool new stuff. We may jump in and make a stream. Who knows? Check out the channel. Orcs Must Die 3. Stadia Source, great media outlet. thanks for hitting us up with this news. We're gonna get into some stories you've been able to provide. So yeah, let's jump into these guys and see what they're up to. So we see Threta, and sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Threta Revelations poised to release on Stadia in this December. So very cool. All we have right now is a first look cinematic. This is South Asia's first AAA video game. So it's either going to blow people's minds or the critics are going to have field days writing up bad things about it. I hope for the former, and South Asia really knocks it out of the park and creates a very cool game. From watching the cinematics, my sort of take on it was it looks like a cross between the ancient storytelling that Assassin's Creed does mixed with a sort of combat style of God of War, but that's just sort of my takeaway from the cinematics. Another cool aspect of this game was that it's actually part of a trilogy that they're talking about. So this will be the first of 3 games. I assume they're hard at work on number 2, but very cool that they've sort of mapped out this long arc of a story. So it should be pretty heavy on that aspect if you like good storytelling.
Hmm.
What was your thoughts looking at that cinematic release?
So the cinematic doesn't really reveal like that much. It's like a lot, I guess, like you said, because it's gonna be a trilogy, they might have a lot of storytelling part of it. I thought maybe it could come like some sort of soul-like gameplay, but who knows, right? We'll see when it release. So I'm happy to see more like game coming to Stadia.
I just want to say that this game gives me one thought after I watched the video is they should have a tagline, the power of the mustache, because his mustache was front and center. He's like, yep, here it is. And I'm ready to do war.
Yeah, that was funny.
Cool, cool.
Alright.
Um, guys, this is not the best news. I mean, for everybody who wants Ubisoft to take their time and release a great game, this is good news for you. But for everyone who was looking forward to that, what, 90-day countdown they had going on, you're going to have to wait longer. Rainbow Six Extraction and Riders Republic both delayed. Now, the butt end of this joke is that both of these games are waiting for the new incentive sharing package, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. But haven't they delayed Riders Republic like before as well? Is this the second delay we're seeing on Riders Republic?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's a quote I have from the Rainbow Six team. Our ambition with Rainbow Six Extraction is to deliver a full fledged AAA experience that changes the way you play and think about cooperative games. With unique features like missing in action or the sprawl, every mission is set to be a tense and challenging experience in which you'll lead an elite operative of Rainbow Six in a fight against a lethal and evolving alien threat. We are embracing the opportunity to take additional time to bring the vision to life the way it deserves to be in January 2022. We are confident this will ensure Rainbow Six Extraction is the immersive, cooperative, and thrilling experience we set out to create, the one you aspire to play. We look forward to sharing more with you and see you very soon. So, yeah, Ubisoft gave them more time and they took it.
Yeah. Well, at least we know, and like if it's to make the game better, perfect. Other than that, it's like I feel like there's has been a trend in the last couple years with COVID and all the games are getting delayed. Is it the reason why? I don't know, but like hopefully like they can come out on that on January 2022. So yeah, we'll see, I guess, right?
Yeah, my theory is that For now, developers seem to be in this very strange space where they're having to develop multiple versions of the same game and make sure there's no bugs. Similar to what Cyberpunk was saying, and that's kind of where I'm drawing this theory from, is that boom, they have to pump out old PS4, new PS4, old Xbox, new Xbox, Switch, PC, Stadia, Amazon, like GeForce Now. Like it's just so many different mobile. Like boom, just another like and they have to make sure it all works cohesively all together, all the updates. I
Yeah.
do not like being a developer at this point of time is very difficult because if I recall correctly, like 10 years ago, you were developing for Xbox, PlayStation, PC. Like that's it.
Nintendo.
Maybe
But
Nintendo.
yeah,
Nintendo didn't really have a platform that they were allowing other people to jump into, right? They
yeah,
were more
true.
of a cartridge or the discs for the Wii boxes or
Hmm.
the Game Cubes and so yeah. I mean, I feel bad for developers, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, like looking at Rainbow Six Extraction, it's crossplay. So, like you said, if they want to make sure it's like across all platforms, it's gonna be functional very well. So they don't favoritism. They're not you know putting favoritism towards a platform, a specific platform. But yeah, on Stadia, it still shows it's gonna come out in 60 days. So
Oh, does it?
September 16, yeah. So they haven't updated that. So hopefully, they will update it. But like, damn, like it was supposed to release in September, and there's gonna be a 3-month extension, pretty much. So.
They're moving into the next quarter. That's
Uh-huh.
what they're doing. They're
The sit
taking it out of Q4 and they're putting it into Q1.
But that's the thing. So they put in January 22nd, but if they go first quarter for next year, that's like basically the range from January, February, March. So it could be any time between that quarter, right? So hopefully it's gonna be January, because yeah, if they delay it even more, some people are not gonna be happy.
Yeah. I mean, and what they need to do at the same time is now boost the value of having Ubisoft Plus on Stadia. Where are these other titles that we were supposed to be getting from Ubisoft? Like, is there a timeline on this stuff? I'd like to jump into For Honor. That
Mm,
Blood Dragon Far Cry looked really cool. Yeah, I just want to see some more Ubisoft value on Stadia. So I
yeah,
look forward to some announcement. Hopefully, from the blog this week, we'll hear something.
at least Far Cry is still like set to release the same date. So
Don't jinx it.
yeah, I know, right? So I was like, we'll see. But yeah, hopefully they're gonna be fine with that. It's a different studio, so yeah, within Ubisoft. So yeah.
Or they're going to be hearing some far cries from the audience. So lots moving on to the next one. We got lots and lots of sales. Geez, Stadia. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to get anything full price on Stadia if everything just goes on sale eventually. Some crazy discounts, and sorry, these are in pounds. I don't know the translation from pounds to dollars. I assume it's like double. Maybe it's like double to
Yeah,
Canadian.
it's double or yeah.
So I mean some big ones. You have Dragon Ball Z you were talking about. That's like $12 Canadian. Crazy
No,
cheap.
not even. I think it's $8.
$8 Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I have
So
to I'll just add like a couple dollars then. Uh
yeah.
Dragon Quest is on sale for a lot less. Final Fantasy is less than 50% off. You like Ghost Recon? I mean, both of those games are crazy discounted. One of the new ones, the winemaking simulator, that's been discounted a couple bucks. So if you wanted to jump into that guy, pretty cool. Immortal Phoenix Rising has a big discount as well. If you want to get up and dance, again, Just Dance 2020 and 2021 all on sale. What is this? Kimono Heroes? Why don't I know about Kimono Heroes?
It's like 10.99 on for Pro, so
What is this game? Have you
It
ever
looks like
seen
it's a side scroller. So like yeah, just a little side scroller 2D. Um,
when
graphic art. Yeah.
when the moon god turns in the inhabitants of the forest to stone, four animal ninja masters must fight their way to Mount Fuji and break his spell. Use swift moves, an arsenal of tools, and each master unique abilities to save your home. What is this game?
It
Is
just
it
came out
good?
of nowhere. It looks good. I
Oh
don't
wow.
know.
Maybe I'll watch some videos on that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's like, what is it, like $10?
Yeah, it's like 10.99, so like yeah, it's worth it. There's like if like it's crazy. Like looking at the what you call it? The Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, it's 9.90 and you can buy a bunch of add-on for $4. I don't know what's those add-on. I guess it's just like a
Ooh.
pack. Like I guess it might be more like the look of your character maybe. So yeah, I'm like kind of interested to buy that game because like I've seen it when it came out on Stadia, and I was like, oh, I'll wait, and now it's like 9.90, so it might be worth it to buy it. It's same with other games like Dragon Quest 9, and it's like 35 bucks now. It's just crazy. Uh,
So I've beaten the first two Tomb Raiders,
mm-hmm.
and because they came on Pro, and I like that kind of like single player action adventure type of game. The last one in the set I'm seeing now is on sale. It's got to be like $15.
Yeah.
But I'm so scared of getting it. I know I want to beat it, but as soon as I get it, it's going to be on Pro. It's going to be a Pro title. So, damn it.
Probably. Yeah. There's a lot, like it's just crazy the sales they're having.
But that game
If
for sure, I may. Oh my gosh, one of the Tomb Raiders. If you didn't get it right away, what was that, $5 for Tomb Raider Definitive Edition?
right now it shows, oh no, that's the Shadow of the Tomb. I cannot, that's the thing with
Oh, because you
Stadia.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have it claimed from like the pro title, like you can't see the price, how much it is. So yeah.
Cool. The last sale I'll mention is Monopoly, which is always fun to play with people. It's on sale for like $15 right now, so pretty cool.
Yeah. It's just so, it's crazy the sales they're having. Like,
Yeah. You
wow.
may see Tomb Raider on my Stadia thing after this. That game's so cool, but yeah. Moving on past the sales, we have Paw Patrol the movie. Adventure City Calls. It was rated for Stadia, and according to Outright Games, the folks behind Paw Patrol and things like SpongeBob, they said they're bringing multiple Paw Patrol games to Stadia by the end of the year. So, I mean, get ready to have some childlike fun. It's good for people with kids who like gaming and want to see more kid friendly games without downloading anything. That's a great option. I mean, they can play on their iPad. They can play on anything. So that's cool.
Mhm.
So good to see. And Espresso looks like the main dog in Paw Patrol. So a little special connection there.
That's funny.
Yeah, not too much to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't really played the Paw Patrol games, and I haven't jumped too deep into SpongeBob, but it's
I
just good
think it,
news all around.
yeah, I think it's just giving a lot of variety, like so for a different age that people have, like, they can try it. Now it's on Google TV, maybe like the kid's gonna be watching a lot of Paw Patrol and is gonna see like, oh, Stadia, like they have Paw Patrol game.
They're
Who
right
knows,
there.
right? It's
Yeah.
gonna attract like a lot of kids to play those different game and maybe attract like the parents to play like a game like Destiny, the game like that. So
Yeah, it'll come up on that recommendations. Like I've seen Destiny pop up on my Google TV now. It's like
yeah.
come back. Cool. So we have another delay story. Sorry about the delayed news this week. We have Resident Evil Reverse delayed until 2022, and we don't have a date in 2022. And if anybody knows anything about years, is they're 365 days long. So it could be any time in between January 1st and December 31st. This was the PvP element that was to be released slightly alongside Resident Evil Village. Um, so yeah, I mean I assume it's along the same lines. They want to deliver a smooth gameplay experience, so they're taking more time to pump out, put some more man hours in the game. So
Mhm.
if you're looking forward to that coming out very soon, I think they were saying July. I'm sorry, but it looks like next year for PvP on Resident Evil.
Yeah, and I don't think the PvP portion of Resident Evil always been very big. I think I play some like on Xbox, I think with Resident Evil 5. So I don't know if they're gonna try to increase the community in there. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to take a guess, they're looking for replayability.
Hmm.
But I feel like the replayability is staring them right in the face. Like, do a zombie horde mode, like
Yeah,
like
like
Call of Duty Zombies. Like it's right there, and you're looking at it. Just make it part of the game.
yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hmm.
I haven't jumped into Village myself more than that demo. The game freaks me out.
I'm just gonna wait. It's coming on sale because it's probably gonna will like be on sale. So
A master sale, yeah,
yeah.
Stadia sale. So we have another story coming down the pipeline. Baldur's Gate 3, one of the earlier games that came out on Stadia in a and this studio, I will say, is taking full advantage of the demo first release ability that Stadia has. I mean, they've been changing the game, they've been pulling it down, they've been resetting people's saves, um, all in hopes of creating a very cool and immersive game for Baldur's Gate 3. And this patch number 5, if you check out Stadia Source, I mean, they've got tons of great articles. You can look at their Baldur's Gate patch 5 page, and wow, a lot of updates, a lot open world, gameplay, chatting, like just so much is being changed. I can see them preparing for the hopefully full release of this game.
Yeah, because it's still in early access. So if you buy the game, you can only do the first chapter, I think we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, and then like if they do the update, I think you're losing your progression, like we mentioned. So, yeah, hopefully they can release it soon. And then like be like, here's a complete game. But yeah, it's a massive game, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and this update they're pushing out, I think is a big step towards the full release. So
Hmm.
cool to see, and I think it's like all stuff they learned by being able to run their game through Stadia as they were creating it. So very cool process.
Hmm.
Cool. So we have some news for Square Enix again. Their Outriders game on Stadia has received little to no attention, being left in the dark and cold. Players have experienced losing all their inventory, losing their save files, no crossplay as promised. But all that is going to change, folks. We have Square Enix confirming to update Stadia's version and is committed to bringing crossplay to Stadia. So, whether or not we have a solid date on this, I don't see one, but they're committed to trying. So that's a positive step forward.
Yeah, because I think they abandoned that game pretty much. I don't know, like, I don't know if like the game is better at all on PC now. They like did like some of the update, but like hopefully like if they want to have like a higher population to play that game, they're gonna need to work on it. Um, like don't get me wrong, the story is great. Like when I tested the demo on GeForce Now, the yeah, the story is good. Like there's like a good like before and after. Then when you wake up from that cryo whatever you call it, like you freeze there. Yeah, everything changed and just show like the humanity, how they act with like how we will act with a new planet, I guess. So like, but yeah, it's worth just for the story, but like they need to update the gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that an update has been pushed. Most recently, an article from Paul Tassi out here. He said Outriders is finally fixed, but currently it's at 2% of its player count since launch. So you can
Yeah.
see the 24-hour peak just shy of 3,000 players on Steam, which is never good. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a pretty low player count.
And it's Square Enix again, like looking at Avenger. Like
I know why.
they're in a bad role right now. Like Square Enix used to make like so much like beautiful game, like looking at the Final Fantasy series, and it's like I don't know what they're doing here. I think they try to make a quick it looks like they try to make some quick money and it doesn't work because they're just releasing the game when it's not ready. That's usually the publisher like pushing on the developer. I don't want to blame the developer because they must have put like so many hours to work on it, and the publisher's like, no, you need to release now, like because we
Yeah.
say so, we want to make the money, right? It's quite expensive to make games nowadays. It can spend many years building it up, and they paying for employees and paying for everything, and like they don't make money during that time until it release. So yeah.
And on top of that, they probably spent a boatload getting the Marvel title. So getting that IP,
Hmm.
creating those games. I mean, that must have taken a big chunk of money. And then where does that money get taken from? It gets taken from probably gameplay development. So I
Hmm.
think that's maybe my best guess on where we lost out on some of this.
Yeah. Hopefully, like Square Enix gonna come back on their feet and then just like fix all their game and so it looks better.
Yes, the magical Square Enix fairy will come in and pop, 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 and all the games will be fixed. So moving on from Square Enix, as many people have been doing recently, we have a big announcement. Google is being nice to developers, question mark. We have Google cutting the commission it earns from game sales on Stadia Store. Google will earn 15% from games, whilst the developers will earn 85%. And this will take effect Q4 of this year, which means we probably saw those delays on purpose.
Exactly.
I
Uh,
don't think the Stadia population is affecting these developers. I'm just joking.
but
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, very good news for developers. I mean, from what I understood, the common practice is a 30-70 split. So seeing this Google just cut that in half, I mean, that's a big incentive for developers to say, hey, let's see what this is about. Starting this month, Google will now give developers of Stadia Pro games 70% of the Stadia Pro subscription revenue. What?
Hmm.
What? 70% of subscription pro revenue? Wow. And like for people who are making Destiny 2, that's insane. I mean, if you have a live service game and people are going to be on that like every day, and this is based on the popularity of the game, ESO, like
Hmm.
they're like, okay, thank you, awesome. Yeah, it's great news, I think, for these Stadia Pro subscription titles, and it's going to be incentive for things like, oh my god, it just clicked in my head. This is why we haven't seen Arc yet. They're probably waiting for this because Arc is a live service game. People are going to be hitting it every day. They
Yeah.
want this incentive in there.
Everybody's waiting for that, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, this is amazing because it's gonna push developer to bring their game to Stadia. Like the fact, like they Google's giving away a lot of money basically, and like it's good because they don't need to make much money. Like, they created that platform. I don't think they made money so far, but like they have like other way to make money, like through Android, through phone, through like the search engine. To like Google has so much money, they're ready to give it to people to come on Stadia. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see it. The last point that 9 to 5 Google had here was developers and partners will be given a brand new affiliate program. They will be given a click to play link. If a customer uses that link to sign up to Stadia Pro, the developer or partner will be entitled to that customer's first month of Stadia Pro for free. So think about this. EA goes to launch Battlefield next year. What link do you think they're going to put on their Twitter page? Are they going to put on a free to play, or like, are they going to put on a Stadia Pro link, which anyone who clicks on it, they receive revenue, or are they going to push a PS5 Xbox version, which gets them even less revenue?
Yeah, if you like, you look at most of the game when you go on the website, you click buy. You can either buy it from their store or buy it from like Best Buy, like the link for all the other store. But now it's just like, well, if you send a person to go to Best Buy, they're only gonna get the amount the retail price or whatever amount they're getting. But this is just a bonus. So like, oh yeah, just get it on Stadia. So like this, we get like, what is it, like another $10 per person, like that click on that. So I think that's a very good incentive.
$10 plus you don't have to spend money on physical games,
Uh-huh.
shipping the physical games. Like the price savings for using Stadia is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I could see developers now pushing through their social media these click to play links. Sign up to Stadia, join this group. There's no cheaters, no downloads. Your games aren't going to get scratched, and your discs aren't going to like get old and won't be able to play anymore. It's all here. So I'm very excited to see that. And in addition, the other point here, which is just going to do leaps and bounds for Stadia, is the toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
This porting toolkit, which you were saying they should have had from the beginning,
Yeah.
which I think so as well, but better late than never, I guess. So we're going to be able to see, hopefully, the same rollout as GFN is
Mm-hmm.
adopting games, as that was the similarity that they were pointing out to me.
Yeah, so basically the toolkit's going to be making it easier for people to port game from Windows to the Vulkan engine that they use. So, yeah, no, it's good because like if you look at any Android device, like I'm talking more about phone, they usually release the toolkit so people can create app, modify the OS or anything like that to make it easier for people. And understand the script that they're using within Stadia. So like that's a big push, and I think the marketing strategy that Google is having right now, they just want to make it as easy as possible for the developer to make games for Stadia to jump on there. And then like it's like right now they have a big competitor like taking over. It's xCloud with Xbox, right? So if you look at it, they expanded on their thing. Xbox is not fully there for the streaming portion. That's where Google is is stronger because it's like flawless. If you try the xCloud, there's still some issue with like stuttering and the connectivity. So it's definitely good they're putting that strategy right now, and then having Luna coming out and Walmart coming out with theirs, and as we're gonna mention later, Netflix also. So yeah, I think Google's like gonna put themselves in place for the long time now.
Yeah, very cool. I can't wait to see this toolkit be used and games start to roll out more. So exciting stuff.
Yeah.
This story out of Bloomberg News, which I just want to touch on. I know it's not specific to Stadia here, but Netflix to add gaming service to its 200 million subscribers,
Mhm.
and they're not going to charge anything extra for this. So it's just going to be a part of your Netflix subscription. Pretty crazy announcements. I'm thinking it shook up a lot of people saying, what is happening here? It seems like everybody is jumping into gaming. And now, are these developers going to have to develop a Netflix platform game on top of their other ones?
Yeah.
I mean, we have Netflix producing games like Stranger Things. We also see them producing shows like The Witcher, and they have lots of children titles like SpongeBob and Paw Patrol. So we could see a pretty expansive library.
Hopefully, like Google can jump on that, right? So if like Netflix is looking at expanding their like library to just more than a movie and show and go towards gaming, I think that would be a good opportunity for Google to like join them and then just say like, listen, you don't need to spend money, you just need to, add that to your platform and then like, use our server or something like that. Who knows, right? Um, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Like it's just crazy to think that all those company now are making a cloud gaming. It's the new thing. They don't need to build like a console or build like something and try to sell that piece of material. It just everybody's connected on the internet. So yeah, good. Yeah, they see the opportunity to make more money. So there it is.
Yeah, we'll see what comes out of Netflix soon, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool. So, coming out of Reddit, I thought I would just go on this interesting list I found here as we sort of round out the show. Some upcoming games that we can look forward to on Stadia. These have release dates. So we have Christ Tales, and you can check out that YouTube video. It is a previously released game, JRPG animation. Very cool. It's coming out July 20th. So we should be seeing that in 2 days, very soon. We have Grime, which is from the Stadia Makers collections, and we see that hitting the Stadia store August 2nd. And you can see the developer actually do a walkthrough on YouTube. Very cool. Side scrolling, action combat. Yeah, it looked pretty dark though. So get ready for that. Foreclosed coming out August 12th. So next month around this time, we're gonna see that game drop. Very
Mm-hmm.
cool. Another indie coming out of the Stadia Makers program.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a pro title. That would be good.
I don't know. It says August 12th, so I think it's gonna be
Maybe
uh
for September.
yeah, they'll get people to get it like me,
Yeah.
and then they'll release it on Pro in September. Stadia release a statement saying we will not put our existing library on Pro. Please. Like it's just so confusing. Like I'm so hesitant. I'm gun shy to pull off anything. Um we have Humankind coming out August 17th, and followed by Madden NFL on August 20th, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited for. We have FIFA October 1st, 22, and that's going to be coming with the Hypermotion. Riders Republic. I did have a date for September 2nd, but we have a big delay now on that guy. Life is Strange, True Colors. You can pre order that now, but it is going to be coming to Stadia September 10th. And then lastly, the last game we have with a release date that just got delayed, it would be Rainbow Six Extraction. So
Mhm.
we're going to see that January 2022, hopefully. Um, Finally, I'll close out by asking the same questions I always ask is where is Mafia? Where is it? When are we going to see it? Stop with the TBD. Um, give it to us. Like I want to play it. I've never even played any of those games before in that series. On their webpage, if you go to the 2K webpage, it clearly states that they are going to release the trilogy on Stadia in individual games. But I have not seen this. I've not seen any mention of this. I asked 2K personally, but they have not got back to me.
They're
So,
probably waiting for the incentive.
oh, that's probably right.
They're all waiting for that now.
It's going to be a big Stadia drought until the incentive
uh,
kicks in.
Pretty much, right?
Well, that's why we think Arc is taking so long, right? What was
Yeah.
okay? Beginning of this year. Let me walk you through this. Arc coming out early 2021. Okay, June they tweet out Stadia coming to Stadia. Arc is coming to Stadia very soon. And now we're in mid-July, coming to the end of July. No word. I've never been so pumped to play a game I've never played before. Like the anticipation is killing me.
Yeah. Just crazy that like they delay it so much. They think that we're gonna forget about it.
Oh, I have not forgot about Mafia. Trust me. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like the video, the notification bells for alerts when our podcast hits the air or any other videos we're doing. Leave a comment and tell us about Stadia and your gaming life. How is no downloading going? How is instant access to games going? How is having a huge library full of awesome games going for you guys? You can find Stadia Party Chat Podcast, the audio version of our podcast, on Anchor, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Google Podcasts, uh, a lot of different places. So check it out. Check us out. Shout out to our news sponsors. We have the Stadia community blog. Thank you, Chris and Grace from Google, hitting us up with that news. And we have Stadia Source. Thank you for posting daily stories and really staying on top of the Stadia community, giving us all great news and great reviews. In addition, 9 to 5 Google, thank you for giving us the breakdown on the incentive program. Really helped us understand that on our side.
Mhm.
So that's the news for this week. We thank you for tuning in and hearing our thoughts. Look forward to sharing more in the future. As always, I'm Ricardo, giving you my perspective on the cloud, and Sebastian.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week and let us know what you think about those delay and about the incentive on the comment.
Absolutely. Thank you and take care. That's Stadia Party Chat Podcast episode 8. Woohoo! Take care. See ya.
See you guys.